Hello everybody, welcome to Dits on YouTube and another live evening of wrestling action. Except this time we are doing some live reactions. I've done live reviews of NXT for the last 2 weeks, so this is the first watch along that I'm doing. So let's see how it goes. But welcome to the chat, welcome to NXT. We're just waiting for it to start now, but we've got a really good show tonight. We've got Keith Lee celebrating his double champ status. We have Tegan Nox versus Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. It's going to be a great night for NXT. But before we get into NXT, before it starts, just get a few plugs out of the way. Why not? Subscribe to the channel while you're here. Always looks good for me, boosting those little numbers. Like this video, because algorithms, I don't know how it all works, but algorithms, let's do it. And hit that little bell as well, so anytime any other live streams happen, or any of my gaming or wrestling videos come out, or podcast episodes come out, you know exactly when they have dropped. This weekend as well, GM Mode, a new series to the Dits on Wrestling podcast, will be hitting, and it will be a special draft. General managers have been made. Anthony is the Raw general manager, and I am taking on the mantle of SmackDown general manager. We recorded the draft yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We've both got some really good rosters, and there are some great storytelling opportunities. So the draft for that will be happening on Saturday, and it'll be the first time I've actually done anything visual with YouTube and a podcast episode. So it might be worth checking out. Let's leave that to one side. I'll bring up the trailer when we hit a commercial break or an advert break, but I can hear the start, that WWE intro, and I can hear the voices of NXT. So let's head on down and see what is going on. Let's pop up a little window here. I am still devastated that the main event got ruined last week. It's one of those things. When you tape a wrestling show, it's going to happen, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it sucks that so many people had to ruin it, and the fact that it came from somebody in NXT as well. Absolutely insane. I am on the energy drinks again this evening because it is 1 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. I am in no way sponsored by Rockstar. But good God, this is amazing. Hi, that Damo lad, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I have tried to get somebody to, I mean, I'm not saying like I beg for subscribers every week, but that alert that just came up, I've been trying to get people, just even if they were to subscribe and then unsubscribe, just so I can see if that alert works. So Damo, you get 2 thumbs up from me. Welcome to the channel. Dakota Kai should dethrone Io. I wouldn't be against it. I honestly wouldn't. Like, she has been fantastic since she turned heel, and especially when she's got Gonzalez on her back as well. And leading up to that Fatal 4-Way. Was it a Fatal 4-Way? Night 1 of the Great American Bash? Mia Yim, Candice. Yeah, Fatal 4-Way. She could have easily won that. She was on a massive winning streak going into that, and of course she was runner-up as well because it was an elimination match. Dakota Kai versus Io Shirai, I would have been okay with it, but you never. Dakota Kai's got a long way to go, a long way to go. Here he is. Big Keith. What a sight. You gotta be happy for him, haven't you? You gotta be happy. Australian. To be fair, like it's so often. Where are you from, Damo? Like it's so often that we get confused with Australians and vice versa. It's odd. I gotta say, I have to say, that NXT Championship looks amazing on Keith Lee. It really does. But where's Adam Cole? Where's he gone? Where's he going? Maybe we'll find out. I would try and say Dits in an Australian accent, but I don't think it would go down well. Dits? 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 That's as good as it will get. God, who doesn't like Keith Lee? Honestly. And the fact that you can see how much it actually means to him a week after it's all been it's settled. She is a role model, of course. Sounds great. Sounds great. You got to think, though, whoever faces Keith Lee now in a title match, do they challenge for both titles now, or do they focus on one? Because surely, if you face Keith Lee, you're going to go, well, out of the two titles that you're holding, I'm going to go for the NXT title. So how does it work? How are we going to go with it? Question is, who's coming out to interrupt this? Is it Adam Cole? Or the Undisputed Era as a whole? Or is it going to be Cross? Yeah. You know, with the both with the IWGP belts. Like, it's weird because then from now on, do you just... Do they just come as a package deal? Did you just say NXT? NX Lee, as they say. What I mean, since he had his fist bump / Survivor Series showing in general, with Roman Reigns last year, like, Keith Lee has been on an absolute tear. Like, he honestly, he deserves this. He's had such a good year in NXT. Had that great moment at the Rumble with Brock. Some great matches with Dijakovic, Damian Priest. The guy's a star. Yeah, Damon, I would say watching NXT in the background is actually a good idea, and it's kind of what I was hoping people would do, because you just be everyone like, what are you even banging on about? So it helps. I haven't watched Dominion yet. Going off course of NXT a little bit here, but you know, Keith Lee's just he's happy. I've seen, of course, obviously Evil wins. Like, it's hard not to scroll through social media and not see that. But I haven't watched Dominion yet. However, I'm just getting into New Japan. I know a lot of people are upset that Evil has won. I don't know why, because from what I've seen, again, I'm a Noob Japan is what I have on this channel. I'm still at the very bottom level of understanding when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So as far as everything I've seen from Evil in the New Japan Cup, and then him winning the final against Okada. I actually thought that was a good match. Then going into Dominion, I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen the results. Like, I thought that's a really cool moment. He's joined Bullet Club, who in my head are a really good faction, and then he's won both belts. Like, that's pretty kick-ass, but then everyone's like, well, Evil sucks, or Bullet Club, yeah, they're not what they used to be, or give Naito a decent run with the title. I don't understand. I'm just noob Japan to me. That's what's going on. You know what is a shame for guys like I mean this goes to Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre, basically anybody, Io Shirai. Not having a crowd is a massive shame for these wins. Like, they've missed out on the big pops. Dijakovic, though, potential first challenger. I'm here for it. And judging by what you said there, Damo Double D, I think I may be my NXT is probably a little bit behind yours. Unless you could see into the future. These two, I can't remember who it was. It was either Keith or Dijakovic. Probably Keith. Said, and he said it with confidence as well, these two will headline a WrestleMania together. I would love to see these two headline a WrestleMania. Because I can't remember the last time we had a WrestleMania main event that has been all about match quality. Because I don't remember a match that these guys have had together that has been anything less than good. I actually thought Dijakovic had gone up to the main roster, you know. Can't always be right, Dits. This is absolutely incredible. Blueberry and pomegranate. Maybe I should actually eat blueberries and pomegranates rather than an energy drink. Probably a little bit healthier. I'll take one last match any day of the week with these two. If this goes ahead, which I'm sure it will, do it tonight, yes! Got to be a spanner in the works here, surely. When's TakeOver? The next one? 3 or 4 weeks away? Come on, Dom. There we go. Happy with that. So we got Io. So initially we were only getting TakeOver in Triple H's backyard. I'd imagine he has a pretty damn big backyard. So tonight we got, well, we're just going to have a Keith Lee celebration, but now we have Keith Lee versus Dijakovic for the NXT Championship and the North American Championship, and this match right here, Io Shirai versus Tegan Nox. And Tegan Nox is somebody who I think deserves this chance because the amount of injuries that she's had, that she sustained during the oh my god, Mae Young Classic. Cameron Grimes. I love myself some Cameron Grimes. Still don't know his gimmick, but I love myself some Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. Can never get enough of that man. You know who he would be really good with? If the gimmick was to continue past Extreme Rules. Colt Bray. Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. Colt Bray, Cameron Grimes, and Bo Dallas. Anyway, whilst we're in commercial right now, and this might completely ruin the stream, I don't even know. But this Saturday we do have the GM mode for the Dits on Wrestling podcast. Check out the trailer. Or not. Do not check out the trailer because it doesn't work. That was terrible. That was terrible. It didn't work. Did that work? I don't know. I am honestly, this whole streaming thing could have just completely gone absolutely haywire. Then I wouldn't know. Damo, are we still here? Are we still alive? Are we still kicking? Yes, we did it. Amazing trailer. Thank you. That's how it's done. Dits knows his stuff. Apparently. Yeah, so that's dropping on Saturday, the new GM mode, which is going to be incredible to do. We drafted yesterday. We recorded the draft episode, which will release on Saturday. Followed by Anthony's. He has taken up the mantle of Raw General Manager, and he will be doing his show on Monday. So we'll have the draft on Saturday, and Anthony's fantasy booked Raw on Monday. So there's going to be a lot of GM mode on the Dits on Wrestling podcast coming up. So if you're into that kind of stuff, now's a good time to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Plugs. That's what these commercials are for. Let's just plug stuff. I don't think anybody's called Dits for me, which is a shame. I really like Damian Priest. He's got a cool little gimmick. His entrance is pretty cool as well. He seems to have made a recovery from whatever back issues were hurting him. I have a really... I feel his pain because I didn't land on some steel steps, but my back is killing. My lower back is really bad. I'm in my late 20s, but my back feels like I'm in like my mid 80s, and I've had some lowlife keep continuously twatting me on the back with a steel chair. That's what it feels like. It's horrendous. So when I stand up from this desk, once NXT is over and said and done, and I leave this room via the door behind me, it will take me probably about 10 minutes to get from here to there. Here he is. Cameron Grams. I actually do miss Roman Reigns. I'm with you there, Damo. We need Roman Reigns back, but obviously safety first and everything. But when everything's back to being what you couldn't be hit by a worse car, really, could you? A Citroen. I shouldn't laugh, but a Citroen. Cameron Grimes, here we go. Take your tube. We stand Cameron Grimes on this channel. Cameron Grimes. I said this on my first live review a couple of weeks ago. What is Cameron Grimes' gimmick? Can somebody enlighten me in this chat? What is I love Cameron Grimes, but what the hell is his gimmick? Come on. Take it easy, Damo. You have a good one. Cowboy. Cowboy. Cameron Grimes. Cowboy Cameron Grimes. At least let him take his vest off. Nice. I'm curious to see at this point. NXT, I think, has beaten. Has NXT beaten AEW? I mean, I don't give a shit about ratings, to be completely honest with you. It's neither here nor there for me, but it is still interesting to see, where the audience goes. And I think NXT have either won the last two or the last three, so I'd be curious to see if NXT gets ahead of the game. Cameron Grimes. You want to miss for Cameron Grimes? Just boosting the live stream. Don't mind me. It is hotter than hell in here. Oh, adverts. Or commercials for those across the pond. It's nice that I'm able to watch NXT live now, because all we had in the UK, unless you streamed it illegally, was the playback on the WWE network. But now, thanks to BT Sport, we are able to watch this live every single week, and it's only since I've been live streaming NXT that I've actually been able to take advantage of that, which is good. I was going to play the GM mode trailer again. However, you've only just seen it. I wouldn't do that to you. I think I speak for everybody here when I say adverts absolutely suck. I can't be doing with it. You know, the thing is with advert, the whole purpose of a advert, like a commercial or an advert, is to sell stuff. Either make you aware of stuff or sell stuff to you. 9 times out of 10, it's all to do with sales. And nothing ever makes me go, ooh, I'll have that. Or it won't be like a KFC commercial or McDonald's or whatever. And I go, oh, you know what? I really fancy a KFC. Never happens for me. So I should be able to pick and choose when I get out. I don't. It's never going to work. But I don't want adverts. Even when you watch like catch-up TV, where really, you know, I don't really want to be seeing adverts. You see them anyway. I can't believe they're going with this horror show, Extreme Rules thing. I just don't understand. I guess it feeds into the whole swamp fight and the fact that somebody's going to lose an eye between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio, which is ridiculous. But it's just a stupid tagline. Spoiler alert as well. Potentially, actually, it hasn't been confirmed, but they made a bit of a boo-boo WWE over on Facebook in an advertisement for Drew versus Dolph. So again, spoiler. So cover your ears. Potentially a TLC match is what I've seen. I dig that. I'm happy with it. And we're back in NXT. If Cameron Grimes doesn't win, we riot. A one-man riot in this room would go down a storm. I tell you what, like, that was some athleticism there on Cameron Grimes' part. Oh, come on, Cameron. You gotta be... There we go. Oh, that's what you need. That's what you need, Cameron. Okay, you just... Oh, Razor's Edge on the apron, the hardest side of the ring. Did you know? How did he land? Yeah, I don't care how you even protect yourself. That shit hurts. No, come on, Cameron. Boom, Cameron Grimes, my man. My man kicking out. Cameron Grimes. Give that man a push. Give him all the titles. Give him all the titles. It's good to see people wearing masks. Abso-feckin-lutely. No. Come on, Cameron, you beautifully hairy man. What the fuck was that? That was lovely. See, you look at that little close-up there of Cameron Grimes, and you can see where just by appearance alone, he would fit into like a Wyatt family-esque gimmick. All I will say is stay tuned to the GM mode on Dits on Wrestling's podcast. You might see that. Little teaser for you there. I'm going to the moon. Cameron Grimes. Oh. Have it. Oh no, Cameron, come on. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's game over. You hate to see it. Oh, my boy Cameron. Cameron Grimes. I've actually got to that point where I'm gutted when Cameron Grimes doesn't win. Okay. Cameron Grimes. Unbelievable. Cameron Grimes. At some point that will be annoying if it's not already. But Cameron Grimes is done on this show now. Ooh, Damian Priest throwing his name in the hat there. Dijakovic. Io Shirai. One of the best wrestlers on the planet. Male, female, everyone. I love these Timothy Thatcher videos. They had a really good match, Thatcher and Oni at Great American Bash Night 1. Shit! If somebody was listening to this without the context, they'd be like, he's got a very good look, Thatcher. He just looks insane. I love that. What was it called? It was like a cage thing. The fight pit between Riddle and Thatcher. That was really good. I hope that is the. I hope that becomes like Thatcher's like signature match, and we see it a few more times. Adverts, man. However, Fatboy Slim is playing on this advert, so you're not going to get too many complaints with me or from me on that front. Okay, so a half an hour in, we've had a decent opening with Keith Lee coming out with both titles, looking like an absolute star, building to a match with Dijakovic. And we've had a decent match between Cameron Grimes, even though he lost, which is an absolute travesty. A decent match with Cameron Grimes and Damian Priest, but there we go. You can't have it all. I'm just putting up some sadness about Cameron Grimes here. Cameron Grimes. Maybe it's because I've become a little bit obsessive with Cameron Grimes. Hey, Damo lad, you're back. How are we doing, mate? How's the sister? She got back okay? I'm assuming so, because you're here. You know what? Marina Chauffeur and the other one, Jessamine Duke, is that her name? That's the name, isn't it? They didn't really do anything for me. Even as Shayna's lackeys, like absolutely nothing they did. She's drunk. Good on her. Good on her. So she should be. Whereas we are all drunk on NXT. Unless you are actually drunk and watching NXT, which is, you know, a pretty decent combination. Yeah, I agree, Damo. The debuts were... You know what? That had every opportunity to be incredible. Like, having Shayna, those two, and then obviously potentially Rousey, and then that obviously fell through at some point. But they could have... The three of those could have been really dominant, but whenever you had Duke and Chauffeur in a match, whenever they were a tag team or something, like they looked really bad and not intimidating in any way, shape, or form. And if you're a legit MMA fighter, I think you need to have that intimidating factor. And that's something I hope the Sonya Deville brings back. We've seen flashes of it since she turned on Mandy, but see, I missed that last week when she ran over Robert Stone in the tank because I fell asleep. But I've since watched the replay. Don't arrest her. I can't stand Robert Stone. Ooh. By the way, anyone want one? If you show interest in wanting one of these, maybe I will set up some kind of merch site of some description. Oh, here we go. We get to see the Tamo. Stay tuned then. Stay tuned. Indy Hartwell. There are some, like, a lot of Australians in WWE who are awesome. Iconics, Rhea Ripley, Indy, Bronson Reed, Murphy. Shane Thorne. Ring the bell.
Indian, Australian, you like the Iconics, nothing in NXT tag team. In main roster. Such good shit.
It's still great to see that NXT has a great women's roster. Brandon Vink as well, yes. I saw his name yesterday while we were doing the draft. And I was like, who the hell is that? And then I realized. Yeah, AEW's women's division could be a lot better. I've kind of shat on the AEW women's division for quite some time, but in the last couple of months, I think they've started to come through pretty well. But nothing compared to NXT. There's so much depth in the NXT women's roster. It is so hot in here. I actually might have to take my trousers off. You wouldn't see it, which is good for you guys. Trust me. I might have to actually do that. Drake Maverick does it, to be fair. I wonder if we'll see Maverick tonight. That'd be nice. Did we see Shotzi and Ruby Riott together at some point? I think they must have just had like a picture together or something, but they'd make a pretty good tag team. And now that the women's tag team division seems to be taken seriously now, they're a good team that could slot nicely in there. Not just because they have green hair, but that kind of does factor into it. That's how WWE works, is it not? You kind of look the same. Let's throw you together. $619. It's not going to be a 619. Boom. Oh, here he is. Here he is. This absolute... With his fucking moon boots on. Get out. You don't really see big boots ending matches that often these days, do you? I remember when Aaliyah was on Breaking Ground. Do you ever watch that? I love that series. I wish that would come back. Even Indy was shocked that that match ended with that big boot. Yeah, I remember seeing Aaliyah on that Breaking Ground. She's come a long way. Right, I'm so glad I've seen this graphic because I always get their names wrong. Legado del Fantasma. I need to ingrain that. I love the faction, by the way. Oh my god, honestly. Hate commercials. Don't care about MotoGP. Time to catch up on my social media. Just throw it out there. Boom. Retweet it. Let's bring people in. MotoGP is dog shit. That is correct. 100% correct. I don't really do bikes. I prefer F1. I hate commercials. It's awkward. That's what it is. Commercials make things awkward because now I have to... I just have to sit here and talk shit. Wolfman Reigns showing up at Slammiversary. Everyone's showing up at Slammiversary. Freaking hell. It might be I think I'm gonna have to crack a window here. I'm just gonna have to step away and crack. Sorry, I just revealed some flesh on camera. Good God.
It's so damn hot.
Sunday, Extreme Rules. We do have Extreme Rules live after the show. Anthony and myself, as part of the Dits on Wrestling podcast, will be doing a live review. Now that I seem to be obsessed with live stuff, that's what we're going to do. So, prepare yourself for that. Tegan went to Disney World the other day. I'm jealous. I'll tell you what, I love seeing a Welsh accent on American TV. Can you imagine if Tegan actually won tonight? I don't think she will, but can you imagine? Plymouth, Damo. Living the dream down in Plymouth. I love these three. What's his name? I've already forgotten. Escobar, that was it. Oh, Guile. Absolutely not. Greener, mate. It's great that Escobar is Cruiserweight champion. It's fantastic. that he has that. But I'd love to see him be Cruiserweight Champion, but kind of move into feuds away from that division. That was weird. Maybe not. If I die on camera, yeah, so as Cruiserweight Champion, if he moved out of the Cruiserweight division and into feuds with like main event stars, like this whole little stable he's got going on here, that would elevate that title massively. And this stable, they've been great since they formed. I like the fact they're up against Breezango as well. Big fan of Breezango. So this is genuinely weird right now. So that light went off briefly. This light has gone on. I haven't turned this on. I don't like that. What is happening? There should only be 2 lights on in here. That one and this ring light. That's it. That spoiler really did. I've said it already, but it's so true. It just sapped every Keith Lee, whoop whoop. See, I like how they've piped in crowd noise for that. What's the crowd? There's got... The fact that this is happening tonight, there's going to be shenanigans. Karrion Kross. I'm with you, Damo, that you said earlier. I think... I do think that Karrion Kross is going to come in. Lil Joshi, your channel is ass. Thank you for the feedback, you wonderful person. Oh, let's see. What can we do to report you here, you piece of shit? Child pornography, child abuse. Sounds about right. See you later, you prick. I don't care. Bell ends, honestly. I don't think it should be anybody's thing, Damo, to be completely honest with you. I really, really hope they give Keith Lee and Dijakovic some time. Even if there are shenanigans, I really hope they do give him some time, because they are going to pull out a fucking hoofing match. This is where Karrion Kross just comes out and attacks Dominic, and then that's it. Where is it? I know Mickie James is supposed to be injured, but I didn't think it was that long. I think she's due one last good run, and if we do get that teased Evolution pay-per-view numero 2, I like to see Mickie James versus Trish Stratus just to close off their little chapter. Please give them time. Please give them time. Bask in his glory. Bask in his glory. For he is limitless. Last time these two faced off in the ring together, it was magique. It was amazing. I think Natalia calls people bitch all the time. I think you can probably get away with that. Still sounds great, doesn't it? Still sounds great. NXT champion Keith Lee. I can't see the Undisputed Era getting involved in this. I think that chapter is closed. And I don't know, like, if Karrion Kross gets involved with Keith Lee. Okay, now I have a moth in here. We had some like ghosts in here about 20 minutes ago. And now we have moths flying everywhere. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if Karen Cross gets involved in this, I think it's way too soon for... Not way too soon for him to be in the NXT title picture, but just way too soon for Keith Lee to drop anything. And you have to have somebody definitive in that situation. Like a definitive winner. Like, you can't just have, like, shenanigans and then just call it. So I honestly don't know where it's going to go. I mean... Scarlett brought out that hourglass to Adam Cole. Now, that could have been taken in two ways. It could have been taken in a way of TikTok, I'm coming for your title, or TikTok, I'm coming for you personally, Adam Cole. And I hope it's that one. Because Karrion Kross then gets to face off against Adam Cole and the rest of UE. And build up some more momentum as well. And then if he wants to face Keith Lee after that, he can crack on. Where's Finn Balor, by the way? Damo, he's from your neck of the woods. Where is he? Honestly, you crack a window open and then the wildlife just flies in. While saying that, the lights are on, the window's open. It's like a beacon. If you've seen Wreck-It Ralph, when he goes into that first-person shooter game, and then they fire up that beacon, and all the bugs head over there. That's exactly what's going on here. Can you imagine if Dominik Dijakovic actually won this? Would you riot? That's the question. Would you riot? Would you go nuts? I mean, what time are we on here? We're on 2. Right, we're 2 o'clock in the morning here, so that's what, 9 o'clock Eastern. Look at that for maths. 9 o'clock Eastern, which means we've got an hour of NXT left. So this could go some time. Look, Scarlett is not Nakamura. She is not coming down to kick people in the testicles. Although he didn't really kick people in... He had a fondness for punching AJ Styles in the testicles, not kicking. He's a lot more hands-on. Honestly, yeah, I don't... If you've got a podcast or a YouTube channel or whatever, and you don't hear anything else, obviously I've got my headphones on, so this room is completely silent apart from my voice. Like, if my wife hears anything that's coming out of this, she'll be like, what is going on in there? I've heard the word testicles about 6 times. When Dijakovic goes up to the main roster, and it will happen, what will his name become? Because I can tell you now, Vince McMahon is not going to keep that name. Is he? Right, let's put it this way. You've got Adrian Neville, Buddy Murphy, and I'm choosing those names because they are so straightforward. Adrian Neville and Buddy Murphy. Neville, let's drop the Adrian, let's stick with Neville. And Murphy, let's drop the Buddy. Why? Doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do it? There is no way that Dominik Dijakovic gets away with keeping that name. Absolutely no way. Rusev as well, yeah. There's so, God, how many people? Rowan, I think he got released, didn't he? Eric Rowan. I love a good chop in wrestling. Who doesn't love a good chop in wrestling? D Dijak, yeah. Dominic Dijak. What was he called on in the Indies? It was Dijak, wasn't it? Just call him Dom. Here's Dom.
Dominic Dijakovic. It's good shit.
It's something that he wouldn't say. Fucking commercials, man. This is the only thing I don't like about going back and watching WWE live, apart from pay-per-views, obviously. Because it's only since I've been live streaming that I've been watching SmackDown all the way through and NXT all the way through. And if I don't do it, and I just watch it the next day, which I tend to do, I could just fast forward for all of this. And now I have to sit and watch it. And then awkwardly fill air. See, now would be a really good time for a haunt, like some kind of haunting to happen behind me. Like, it's happened 3 times. We've had the light flicker, then my phone's light randomly went on, and we had some moss enter the fray. And with this ring light on, with that light on, and my window wide open, that's a skylight up there. You can't see it, but you can kind of see, like, the kind of little area there. Yeah, that's a pretty big entry point for moths to come in here. So we could actually have a Moth Royal Rumble. That's the only time I'd actually happily accept moths in here, because that would fill a commercial slot quite well. He says. Commercials are good for plugs. Damo, you've been here, so you're probably sick and tired of me saying it, but I see that we have some new people in. This Saturday on the Dits on Wrestling podcast, we have a new series debuting, GM Mode. Basically, we're just copying off the GM modes from SmackDown versus Raw and calling it our own. Now, we're putting our own little spin on it, but this Saturday that debuts, and we're kicking things off with a draft. So keep an eye out on this channel, because it will be dropping on here, and also on your favorite podcast applications. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, then please do, because it looks good for me. I'm nearly 100. I think I'm 24 off, but subscribe. If you've enjoyed this stream so far, we still have 55 minutes to go. I do this every week now, twice a week. I do a live review of SmackDown on Fridays, and then watch-alongs of NXT, like now, every Wednesday. So, Damo, joining the stream was such a good decision. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. That's the thing. These streams are in their infancy. So once people start clicking, maybe we'll start getting more people in, which would be awesome. Dom Didge. Dom Didge. And we're back with NXT. Here we go. Classic rest hold to bring us back into the action. And of course, we missed something during the commercial. I remember when Dijakovic first came to NXT, and I actually didn't know anything about him. I just didn't get it. They had the whole feast your eyes stuff, which I was kind of like, very Ryback. But he has grown on me massively. Like, he super athletic for a man his size. And I say that when he's in the presence of Keith Lee right now, who is equally, if not more, athletic than Dijakovic. Which is why these two can put on such incredible matches. Because A, you do not expect it, and B, they are just that damn good. And we weren't expecting to have this tonight. So treat yourselves. I tell you what, I love NXT. I really do. I tell you what, that like shoulder tackle never gets old. It's hard to pick for so many people what you're going to watch each week. I had to make a decision whether I was going to watch NXT or AEW as a watch along, like every single week. And it was an easy, to be fair, the decision was made for me actually, because in the UK, we don't get AEW live unless we illegally stream it, or we have Fight TV, which I don't have. And I did have the option of going for Fight. I mean, I still don't have the option for going to Fight TV. It's not like somebody's against me, against me having it. But it was a toss up between Fight TV and New Japan World, so I went for New Japan World. So sorry, Fight TV. So it made my decision for me that I was going to be doing NXT every single week. But this, especially the Americans, you guys have the option of going for one or the other. So I honestly don't know how you make that decision. I really don't. I know a lot of people dual screen it, which is always cool to see that, you know, we're at a period in wrestling where we can do that again. Because we haven't really seen that since Nitro and Raw. Although saying that, you weren't dual screening then, you were just whoa, fucking hell. Flicking between channels. Freaking moths in here, man. Freaking. That is a beast. Oh, shit. Leave me alone. Literally on tender hooks here. Fuck off. Go away. Piss off. Who's losing an eye on Sunday? Me, watching that match. Voluntarily as well. I will pull both my feckin' eyes out. I don't get it. Obviously, because it's taped, they'll be able to wangle it some way. But what a stupid stipulation, honestly. But, I mean, Rey Mysterio, I think they've kind of played up to the fact that he's already lost an eye. So it's got to be Rollins, really, hasn't it? But then what? How do you? Does he wear an eye patch then from now on? Because Rey Mysterio's got obviously the blacked out bit on his mask. But does Seth Rollins start going around with an eye patch? Does he get a glass eye? It's so stupid, honestly. Like, what stupid stipulation? Who came up with that? I'm actually so on edge knowing that there's moths and wildlife flying around in here. Successful first defense for Keith Lee. Good match. Not the best I've had, but good match. No shenanigans. Damo, mate. We were wrong. Post-match, though. Karrion Kross had his eye on Keith Lee last week when he was celebrating, so he's got to be somewhere on the prowl. Do you think this was like Dijakovic's NXT goodbye? Because like I said earlier, I thought he was on the main roster. Or at least about to go up to the main roster. You know, and I mean, it fits the narrative between these two. Because these two will be forever bonded. But is this kind of his, like, farewell? Here's a title match on the way out. Freaking. That moth is huge, I'm telling you. I can't. This is where Dijakovic absolutely clocks him. Or not. That's nice. Nice respectful hug. You love to see it. Oh. Oh. You called it, Damo. What's in the bag? What is in the bag? Is it another hourglass? You know what? This is really cool and eerie. Stop banging on the fucking plexiglass because it ruins the moment. Is that the hourglass that Keith Lee broke the other week? Why are you all banging on the fucking glass? Or the plexiglass? Shh. Shut up. Scarlett's great, isn't she? I'm pretty sure he did. I might be completely wrong because I was like, before the Great American Bash, because I was reviewing it live, I thought I need to actually catch up on NXT. I'm sure I read that he broke the hour or the hourglass or whatever the hell it is, a week after she came out and put it in front of Adam Cole. I might be wrong. If anybody else is in this chat that can confirm that, please do so. Ooh, we get to see Thatcher. Good stuff. Oh, there you go. We have confirmation. You broke my hourglass. So we have BT Sport here in the UK, which is what I'm watching NXT on right now. And they have rights to the UFC. I've yet to watch any, and I'm surprised. I really want to get into it. Oh, that's completely random. I just happened to see it because I'm on my Twitter. But did anyone see, football fans anyway, the Arsenal-Liverpool game tonight and at the Emirates? And when they came back out for halftime, they were playing the game, Triple H's theme. How awesome is that? I gotta admit, I popped for that. Yeah, that's alright, phone. You just decide not to work. I'm only trying to get a shameless little plug out there, but... If you're here live on this stream, I know Damo, you've been here for the whole thing, so which is amazing. Thank you for sticking it out, apart from when you went to the pub. But if you're watching this on the replay, if you are here still at the hour and 20 mark, then thank you. Genuinely, thank you. It pains me, Damo, that you're a Liverpool fan. But you, you definitely deserve the title this year, so... That's coming from a United fan. Hey! You know what would be really cool right now? Apart from bugs attacking me in the face? For all the new people that are in the stream, here's a GMO trailer. Hello, welcome back. Just in time for NXT to pop back on TV. Look at that. Damo, yes, I have seen... I've literally just gone through the MCU movies from start to finish. I love Marvel movies. I think they're fantastic. DC, apart from Batman, not a fan. I still dig this Slipknot theme. Oh. Oh, hello. Why is he dressed out like something out of a Guy Ritchie movie? Excuse me. Oh, Dominic, you take it to him. Did he speak in another language then? Or am I just hearing things? Has he always done that? When he was Killer Cross? I mean, TikTok. I mean, I understand what he said then. Dijakovic versus Karrion Kross next week. Potentially. Thatcher's got a great look. He's got a great little bit of music. His ring work is amazing. I appreciate a bastard in wrestling, and this, One of the biggest bastards in WWE. Any RPG reference gets a thumbs up from me. Denzel Dajakovic. That's an interesting. It's an interesting top that he's wearing there. That Cannonball show with The Miz, it's just popped up on BT Sport. Fun fact, beat NXT and AEW in the ratings. Not at the same time. It doesn't air at the same time. I think it airs just afterwards, obviously, because it just said then. Come on, Timothy, let's go. I love professional wrestlers that that have that amateur wrestling background and then choose to adopt that style when they come to WWE. Angle, Jordan, Gable, Dejanette. Waller and Thatcher were tag team champions? That's awesome. I can't wait until that plexiglass goes. I really can't. There we go. Game over. Timothy Thatcher is slowly becoming one of my favorite guys in NXT. Such a bastard. Here we go. Only versus Thatcher Part 2. Count me in. Danny Burch versus Timothy Thatcher would be a good match. Big fan of Danny Burch. I realized that last week. I thought it was English for some reason, and then I saw I Wikipedia'd him and saw that he was actually American. I was like, oh. So it looks like we're going to get a decent amount of time here for the Women's Championship match, so that's good. And back to commercials. To be fair, like, I was born in Scotland, so I like, even though like my family are English, I like to say that I'm Scottish. So I'm so excited for this Io Shirai Tegan Nox match. It always says that Damo always says that it finishes at 3:15. The amount, well, the last 2 weeks I've done live reviews for the Great American Bash and set it up to begin at like the stream to begin at like 3:20, and then it finished at 3, and I was like, what the hell's going on? But it's definitely going to be finishing at 3, maybe a little bit past. Maybe I think they just do it because they can't. It's early morning, so it doesn't really matter. But I think they can get away with standing that 15 minutes on just in case it goes over. But it's airing on USA Network as well, so they probably don't have that. I don't know. If Io loses this match, I think enough people are fans of Tegan Nox that it wouldn't actually go down that badly. I think it'd be more the fact that Io's been champion for like a month. I think that'd be the only issue. But I'm trying to think if is there anyone that would interfere in this? Dakota Kai has issues with Tegan Nox and has done since she turned. Welcome to Tits on Wrestling. No, I haven't. However, if I ever decide to go into the adult entertainment business or smash open an OnlyFans, Tits on Wrestling might be the way to go. Midweek football tomorrow at 7:30. Who's playing? Ha! Oh, you've set this up perfectly here, Damo. Yes, the Retromania game looks amazing. We did an interview with the man behind the game, the head honcho, the godfather of the Retromania video game, Mike Herman. So if you go onto the channel and scroll down, I think it was about a month and a half ago, we did an interview with him, talking everything about Retromania. It was one of our favorite episodes of the DOWPOD that we've done. Go check that out. What coffee thing? Does Dexter Loomis actually draw these? Because that'd be pretty impressive. Am I missing something here? Why are these two fighting each other? I think they've dropped the ball with Killian Dane. There you go. That's going to be a great little match. But you got to wonder, does Dijakovic get more of offense in than he did against Ciampa? Ah, okay. There we go. Palace United. Happy with that. Massive fan of Tegan Knox. I'm also a huge fan of Io Shirai as well, so... I adore this theme music. I listen to that at least once a day. Def Rebel's doing a decent job. The guy that's taken over from CFOS. She's a feckin' star, isn't she? Io Shirai. But I think she wanted to go back. I think she wants to go back to Japan. At least that was the case probably about 6-7 months ago. Intangible. Why would you put that on there? I love the presentation of title matches in NXT. EO. EO. I want EO to go back to being a heel again. This is where my ability to multitask is tested. Because I really want to watch this match, but I also need to do some talking. Yeah, I think with Io's new look and her new persona, it definitely deserves... I mean, if... It deserves to have a heel run. I know, obviously, she's been a heel already. Then she dived into being a babyface. I don't know, it just doesn't work. With the music, the look, it just doesn't work. But I think in this match, she is playing the heel, so... It'd be nice to have her as a heel champion. Because that opens it up for Rhea Ripley, Shotzi, Tegan to go again, if it ends up going down that route. Mia Yim. However, on the flip side, if Io plays this whole thing as a babyface, it means we get another Io Candice match, potentially. So really, it doesn't matter if she's a face or a heel. We're going to get some cracking matches. I actually watched replace Beth with Nigel McGuinness. See, I love Nigel McGuinness on commentary. I think he's brilliant, and he adds a lot to the announce team. He really does. Like, he knows his shit. Obviously, because he was a pro wrestler. Beth she's okay at it, but it's just not natural. And I find that sometimes she chips in and it's just it's literally disregarded. She is like for Percy Watson. I'm not saying she's bad, because she's not bad at it, but she's definitely not my favourite. I prefer Nigel McGuinness. Absolutely prefer Nigel McGuinness. There you go. Commercial, yay. Pains me. You could probably gift that expression. Oh. I wonder if I'll ever get to the point when I'm live streaming where I literally go from start to finish with nobody watching. That would be bad. That would be bad times. Hi, speaking to myself. However, the joy of live streaming on YouTube is that you get a replay. Anyway, I was making a point earlier. I completely sidetracked. Yeah, I rewatched Sasha Banks and Io Shirai from 2 weeks ago. And when I was doing my live review, I did say that it was a good match, but I was disappointed with it. But because I hyped it up too much, and having watched it again, I haven't changed my mind. I'm still of the opinion that it wasn't amazing. Because there's a lot of people raving about it. But it just didn't hit the heights that I thought it would. The Brood was a good fit. Yeah, Brood were amazing. Like, you take away everything. Take away Gangrel, take away Edge Christian, take away the Hardys. And if you're just left with the gimmick and the music, amazing. I'd say that's in my top 10 favorite theme songs in WWE or in wrestling history. So good. In fact, somebody did a Brood-esque little remix, but added a Stranger Things twist to it. And I played it on an episode of the DOWPOD. Not that long ago, maybe 2-3 months ago. It's really good. I can't remember for the life of me who it was that did it, which is a shame because it's really good. Yeah, the Hardys linked up with Gangrel. Because I think it was Edge and Christian first, and then the Hardys jumped in, if I remember rightly. There's loads of random things that happen that you just forget about. Here we go. We're back amongst the NXT. We're back amongst it. And we're back with a rest hold. Always the way. Always the way. Yeah, she's definitely playing up the heel vibe here. I like it. Nice counter. Very nice. Io Shirai has one of the best moonsaults in the game. Which is how I imagine this match is going to end. Whatever happened to that submission that she started to lock in? She'd always hit, when she first turned heel, she'd hit the moonsault. And then she'd hit a submission. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I would be genuinely gutted if any respect is shown between the two of these after this match is over. If it ends clean. Io really excels as a heel. Let's keep it that way. I mean, it'd be really cool to see Io versus Asuka versus Kairi Sane before Kairi goes back to Japan. Because I know it was teased on Raw Talk on Monday night that if Asuka retains at Extreme Rules, Kairi will get the opportunity to face Asuka for the women's title. So we're halfway there. Or 2/3 of the way there. We just need to add... Io Shirai in there. That would be an amazing triple threat. Yeah. From the valleys. From the Welsh valleys. I tell you what is an absolute treat. Welsh cakes. I don't know if you can get those in America, but Welsh cakes are it's like a scone or a scone if you're a posh bastard. It's like that, but it just tastes so much better. Welsh cakes, drill that in. If you can find Welsh cakes anywhere, buy them because they are tremendous. Delish. And that's relevant because Tegan Knox is Welsh. It's been a good match so far. I have no complaints. Ever since I made it very Yeah, as soon as I made it very apparent that the plexiglass is just constantly being smacked by this live crowd, it started to really annoy me. Ugh, 2 adverts in this match, come on. This is why they add 15 minutes onto the 3 o'clock finish. Hey, it's time for a trailer. No, I'm joking. It's not time for a trailer. I wouldn't do that. I'm looking forward to Extreme Rules. There's some interesting stuff. Let's have a look at, whilst we're... Jesus, that is a bright screen. While we're here, let's have a look at the match card. The horror show at Extreme Rules. So on Wikipedia, that's what this thing's called. The horror show at Extreme Rules. Why? Such a terrible name. So confirmed matches in accordance with Wikipedia. Drew versus Dolph Ziggler. Stipulation to be decided. However, spoiler, it has been rumored that it is going to be a TLC match, as was leaked on a Facebook advert. So we'll see if that happens. Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a Wyatt Swamp fight. So that's going to be a cinematic match. Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Eye for an eye. I like in the little footnote for this stipulation, the match can only be won when one competitor extracts an eye of their opponent. I call bullshit. Jesus. And then Apollo Crews versus MVP for the WWE United States Championship. I don't really know what's going on with this match, because Apollo's got the old belt and MVP's running around with the new belt. I don't understand. Is the new belt just going to be the thing post Extreme Rules? Obviously, it will, because they've just made a new belt, but you know what I mean. Anywho, back to NXT. A dangerous Io Shirai, Beth, is the best Io Shirai. Wildlife in here, honestly. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be doing that on steel steps. Don't want to be doing that. Fun fact, Tegan Nox is only 25 years of age. Whereas Io Shirai is 30 years of age. I'm not pulling that out of my arse. I got that off Wikipedia. Ever the resourceful individual. You know these German suplexes with the bridge? Especially the ones that are like really... I can't really do it because my back's killing. really slow, and then they land them, and then into the bridge. The impact is so small and so slight. Cannonball! The end is near. The end is near. 5 minutes of NXT remaining. It's been a good match. It has been a good match. And it's great to see it main eventing. I tell you what, you mess up that senton into the corner that she does, like you could really mess your neck up. I think I've seen her do that once before as well. Chokeslam! It's a Kane approved chokeslam as well. It's actually the first time since I cracked that window open that I've actually felt a breeze. It's nice. Gonna get some double knee action here. The Speed Demon Io Shirai. The end is near. 3 minutes of NXT TV remaining. Unless it overruns. Stop banging on that plexiglass. Come on. Come on, Tegan. Time for a Molly go round. It's time to do what she did with Dakota Kai. Molly go round. Shiniest wizard. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I was about to say the best moonsault you'll see in wrestling, but she just slightly overcooked that. But still, we have a retention of the title. That was a good little match. I enjoyed that. Right, I don't want to see any respect shown here. Like I said, I need Io Shirai to remain the heel now. She's shown heel tendencies throughout this match. She needs to stay heel. That's where she excels with this current persona. That palm strike looks amazing. No respect shown. There we go. Happy with that. Oh! Oh! Okay, so Dakota Kai attacking her there means she's probably going to be back to her babyface. There we go. That was NXT. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. As is always the case with NXT. I don't remember the last time I actually sat and watched NXT and went, I didn't like that. I didn't enjoy it. Because as a whole, NXT tends to be... it tends to be a winning combination in the grand scheme of things. But no, I really enjoyed that. Had Cameron Grimes sadly lost, which is a huge shame. Cameron Grimes. He has to redeem himself next week. We stand Cameron Grimes on this channel. We will not have Cameron Grimes losing 2 matches in a row. Absolutely not. That would be disgusting. We will riot. We will. There's enough wildlife in here for me to actually probably successfully conjure up a riot. Me versus like 3 moths who have made several appearances on this stream today. So cheers for those. And I've kind of come away looking like a bit of a pussy. So it is what it is. I don't like things flying in my face. Especially when I'm trying... Especially when Ghosts have been in here turning lights off and turning lights back on again on my phone. Like, bizarre. Very bizarre. Yeah, so and then we had Keith Lee versus Dijakovic in another good match. We've set up a future feud. Like, Scarlett obviously came down and revealed the broken hourglass. So, I mean, we knew from last week anyway, but it kind of confirms that Cross is targeting Keith Lee. But he's going to be going through Dijakovic first next week. We have Killian Dane versus Dexter Lumis next week as well. Like, some good matches coming up. And then we had a good match for the main event, Tegan Nox versus Io Shirai. Io Shirai retaining the women's title and will now be feuding, seemingly, with Dakota Kai. Which also means that Io will play the babyface. She's such a good heel. Just let her be a heel, please. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. I haven't actually... Usually I'll look through social media and see what's going on with AEW. But I haven't actually seen much on AEW this time round. It's probably because I wasn't actually actively looking for it. But I'll be interested to see how the ratings go this week. Again, like I said, I they're not the be all and end all for me. I don't really care in the grand scheme of things, but it's still an interesting statistic to have a look at. So I think AEW should have it because it was Fight for the Fallen. He says, I don't actually know. I think it is this week, and NXT was of course just the standard NXT TV. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But as far as I'm concerned, with regards to coming up on this channel again, you will see me unless I decide to drop something tomorrow on Thursday, you'll see me again for a live review of SmackDown on Friday night, followed by the draft for the GM mode on Saturday. Sunday, we'll have the live review of Extreme Rules, and Monday we'll have Anthony Fantasy Booking Monday Night Raw as part of the GM Mode series. So there's plenty of content coming your way, wrestling content coming your way on the channel. Gaming content, I released 2 Dits Reacts videos this week for Final Fantasy X and Far Cry 6. The new reveal trailer came out at Ubisoft Forward, so go and check that out if you're into gaming. I like to think that gaming and wrestling go hand in hand generally. If you like one, chances are you like the other. That's what I've kind of seen. So it was good to morph this channel into, kind of accepting both mediums. And both, and 2 passions of mine as well. Combine the 2 and here's a YouTube channel. So fantastic stuff, he says. But guys, if you've stuck it out for the stream, Damo, I don't know if you're still here. But if you've stuck it out for the whole stream, thank you very much. Damo, thank you to you. If you're gonna be coming back and checking this out on replay, then and you've reached this point, thank you very much for checking it out. And please subscribe to the channel, because these things are going to be the norm from here on out. I've really enjoyed doing NXT live streams. Friday Night SmackDown, I'll stick with it for now, but we'll see how it goes. But I'll definitely stick with the NXT, because who doesn't love NXT? NXT is amazing, and we did have a good NXT tonight. But until Friday Night SmackDown, where I'll be doing the live review, I guess this is where we part ways. Thank you very much for you guys to coming in here. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and hit that little bell so you know exactly when I'm back in the hot seat here on Dits on YouTube. Stay safe. Wear masks. Wash your hands. Don't be a dick. See you later, guys.